All right, we are here. Happy Friday. And the neighbor's dog just killed my last chicken. So I've just got a rooster left. And since I don't eat them, that means I ain't got no more eggs for the family. The damn thing has killed like three or four of my chickens, killed some of my ducks, it's killed my guineas, it's killed my turkeys. And then I just post a picture of the feathers on things, said my last turkey got killed. And then the neighbors across the street going, is it the white dogs that roam the neighborhood all over the place? So he's talking about my dogs. And I said, no, I said, I haven't completed their killer training yet. I'll let you know when I, neighbors. I mean, what I need to do is stay my tail in my house and just don't get along with anybody. That's what I feel like today. Bunch of losers in the world. I mean, I should shoot the damn dog that kills my dog. But no, what I do, every time he's over here, I let him jump in the car and I take him back over to their house. And they're throwing out about my dog getting in their trash. I hate people. I really do sometimes. Just hate them. All right. I'll try to get over that too. But it really makes me mad when my chickens, I spent $54 per chick. I raised those chicks from chicks. They were little bitty thing, day-old chicks. And to have, some stupid dog reach his head through my fence. Now, they're not roaming free. I paid to have a, 2-acre brand new fence with my chickens, so my chickens don't get out. But, this dog reaches his head through and pulls my chicken through the fence, and it's brutal of how he kills my chickens. I'm damn sick of it. I just am. What? Did I say what? Yeah, I saw his response. I'm fixing to go across. I'm fixing to go across the street and whoop some arse. What I'm fixing to do. What? They're big old puppies and they don't terrorize anybody. My dog, I'm gonna teach them. I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna take my damn dog across the street and I want to see my dog growl at him. Bastard. I can't stand them. Let me tell you what I'll do. I'll buy their freaking house. We'll buy all the houses around here and I'll just insulate myself in a compound. Get rid of all these jokers. Now, Matt, I may have to use you like as a straw buyer because they won't sell to me. They'll jump the price up. But if I could work y'all buying out my neighbor's damn double wide trailer right beside me, get rid of that crap. Oh. I knew the guy across the street, right? I mean, he's an a-hole anyway. I mean, he's from up north. No offense to any of y'all that ain't from the south, but that's fine. Y'all live up north, or y'all live out west, or wherever you live, so that's where you live. But then you got a damn Yankee that comes down and moves across the road, and now he's saying my dogs growl at his neighbors. No, they don't. I'm gonna take it over there as soon as I get finished. I'm gonna load my dog up. I'm gonna take it over there and I'm gonna say, "Is this dog growls at you? Let me see him do it." Beth, will you bring my medicines and some mellow yellow? I ain't taking my meds today. That's the problem because I ain't about to go postal. And I've not been put in jail yet from the other guy that says he's going to the Bowden courthouse to file a restraining order against me. Unbelievable. What happened to the day? Y'all remember back in the day, back when I was growing up, we would fight. I'd fight, get in fights. And then everybody go their own way and you either got whooped or you won. And you like, hey, I'm a stuff, or, oh man, I got a cowtail down a little bit. Because you didn't, but nobody called the popo. Nobody filed restraining orders against anybody. Nobody did any of that garbage, right? You just fought and you got it over with. But now everybody's a pansy. Oh, I've got my medicines, Beth. All I need is some mellow yellow, if you don't mind. Unbelievable. Now, some dude that I just, got a computer from or a monitor, and he didn't, fulfill his part and give me the stand for it. And now I bought a used stand off of Amazon that came in today. was got 400 parts to it and no instructions. Thanks, Amazon. I appreciate that. Like, I'm gonna know how to put that together. So I'll be spending the rest of my day putting together a stupid, arm for a monitor that should have been given to me by this crook in Dallas, Georgia. Now, he's got the Dallas Popo, and he's going to come over here and file a restraining order. Then he says, I said, look, dude, why don't you just put it in my mailbox? Put it in my mailbox, man. He goes, I ain't coming anywhere near you because you crazy. I know I'm crazy. But anyway, what y'all saying in chat? Y'all probably don't want to hear all my life problems. Just transfer the funds into my account. I'll do that, man. We'll start taking over this area here. I got 5 1/4 acres. We're going to 50, baby. We'll buy all these people out, run them off. Unbelievable. Bunch of podunk people just making my life miserable. It's miserable. All right. One day they'll want to know how to trade. So if I teach them how to trade, no. You keep going to your miserable, 9 to 5:30 job, and you be a miserable little cuss. That's what you be. I ain't teaching you jack. Teaching you squat. I'm teaching y'all squat. I'm going to teach them squat. Let them try to come into this ring. See if we help them, right? Unbelievable. If I was on my medication, y'all, I wouldn't be so open. Beth, will you bring me my Mellow Yellow, please? I need a Mellow Yellow so I take my medicine. My medicines are up here. I know. So me and Beth just got back from the Longhorn. Probably caught the COVID while we was there. Unbelievable. All right, so let's look at the market. So the market is up 2.25. This is a nothing burger, y'all. Look at this. It is up 0.05%. It is. I mean, it's nothing. Let's see. Where's the overnight high? We saw the little blue line. Overnight high. It was somewhere in here. Let's see. Overnight high. So we probably crushed it, didn't we? There it is, the 45.36, right? Yeah, right here. No, the 45.49 was the overnight high. So where are we now? We're 45.37. So we're under the overnight high. And interestingly enough, look at the AD, y'all. The AD is negative today, but we're just basically unchanged for the day. Now, let's go to who just huffed? Just huffed, man. Matt, was that you? Who's huffing on my? Robert, are you huffing today? Let me mark root. Mute Robert so you won't huff. All right, so let's go to volume profile. Unbelievable. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. How does it do it, y'all? How does this know? How does SPY know that we've drawn something? Look at that. It really is beautiful, isn't it? So we're above the 20, above the 50, and above the 200. Thank you, baby. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna drink a Mellow Yellow, bro. Hey, get some firecrackers and shoot it toward the neighbors. Hold on a minute. Let me get my antipsychotic meal, which is the venlafaxine. I recommend that to anybody that is psychotic. If I get that in me, I'll calm down here in a minute. Oh man, let me get my amphetamine too. Once I get that, I'll be fine. So Sartan, amphetamine. That's Adderall. That's what all y'all got y'all's kids on. Now I'm better. All right, so isn't it amazing how the big green monster knows? And look, what did I tell you? You remember yesterday, the point of control was down here, right? And I said, no, not if we get a little interaction in here. It's going to go up to here. So business as usual, y'all. Business as usual. Look at that. Beautiful. That's where the point of control is. So now I think it's even less likely that we get a drop down to here. Yesterday, I said we could get a drop down to here because that's where the point of control is. Now the point of control and volume is moved there. Now let's go to ES. All right, so our ES chart, about the same thing other than it has overnight action. So the chart's a little bit different. But as you can see, we're in the fair value zone. Here's the point of control. The point of control is absolutely at the 50% line. So what this is telling me, what is it, Ben? Let me take my Eliquis. This is a blood thinner. The reason I had to take a blood thinner is because my mama gave me something one of her conditions. So I have to take that so I don't get blood clots. Unbelievable. Twice a day. What, Beth? Okay. So business as usual, y'all. We could go up to here. We could go down to here, but we're right at, close to the point of control. I see from the charts, remember, we're reading tea leaves and we see nothing to be scared about. So what's the next thing we go to? Well, we need to go to the skew driver. What's the skew driver say? Skew driver says that we are the 24 points away from the money. Does everybody see that? The one that's trading at 520 is 23. Let's keep watching it when it changes to 520. Go to 520. 23, 24. So go around at 24 out of the money. Okay, now what does that mean? What's this? So today is 9/3, 24 out of the money. Uh-oh, bud. Man, what the crap? Format painter.
That's the lowest we've seen it, isn't it?
That's the lowest we've seen, baby. So you know what that means. Hey, hold on a second. Why aren't we doing this? Let's see. Do that name. Format painter. Oh man. Let me just delete this row. Something's wrong with the format when I did that. Okay, here we go. Now let's try to do this. We'll go 9/3/21, 24. Now remember what I've told you. What I've told now, see, Matt's recognizing something. He goes, dude, that's the lowest we've seen it. So what does that mean? What it means is there has been a little bit of increase in the purchase of puts. Some of the big boys are going now. See, right there here, they were like, no, we good, baby. And then they're like, oh, it's out of bounds. So the market's about to go back up. So now we're starting to head down this area. And the normal range is from 25 to 35. So now we have kind of bumped that a little bit. It would not be unusual to see a down day on Monday. Now, here's the thing. We can't use this for timing, though. We don't know when it'll happen. But 24 is right at the average. So it's not that it, I'm not seeing anything saying there's going to be a drastic drop. But if this thing eventually becomes 15, right? If we eventually go to 15, let's pretend it does on Monday, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 6, 21. So if we went to 15 on Monday and it looked like that, then it's Katie bar the door. It is time for me to take a little bit of defensive action. But as it stands now, since it's 24, that's kind of close. It might tell us that we might have a small little downward move maybe on Monday, but I don't see anything significant yet. Now, if this number,
Market's closed Monday, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. But I bet our futures markets are open. So our futures markets on most holidays will trade until 1 p.m. Eastern time. So whether we meet or not Monday, I guess depends. Normally, what I trade is futures anyway. So we can or can't. If y'all want to take Labor Day off, that's fine. I'm not sure if I got plans or not. Well, I'll make some announcement over the weekend. But generally, the futures markets are always open and they don't close till like 1 o'clock or so. So we'll check that out. But right now, there is I'm thinking, there could be a little, some return to normalization here. But it's not to a point that it's way outlined. Now, if this starts getting 20 or below, yeah, we gotta do a little bit of the defense. We got to take our profits on the short puts that we've sold, and we've got to, maybe put in just a little bit more defense. But right now, we're looking fine. So
seeing that it has dropped a few points, could you sell maybe a call?
You could. The only problem is it may be way early yet because we're right at, it's almost business as normal. 25 to 35 is normal. So it's not like I'm seeing anything abnormal here. I think it's maybe too early to do that, man.
But if it started getting at 20, that's the route you would likely travel.
Yep. If it starts getting to 20,
consider.
Right. If it goes to 4 more points down, then we'd start doing that. Right now, I don't think it's beneficial because everything else shows me that it's business as usual. Look at this. And here's what the market's doing. Now, it would be interesting to see that when the market is up barely, it would be interesting to see what the VIX is going to do, right? So if the VIX is up, okay, so VIX is down just a bit. So if VIX had been up today, that would be maybe a further indication that we might get a little down move coming up if I thought the VIX had gone up. But we're seeing with VIX, that's not happened yet. Have we drawn that for, let's see, August for September? Yes, so we've already drawn that too. But we go back to the ES, it's business as usual. We are priced in the middle. We got the point of control here. I don't see anything to be concerned about. I mean, surely these gaps could fill. We'll see a big gap there. That could fill. We'll get a little bit of down move, but that's not a down move that's going to hurt us. So it's not like I'm getting overly concerned now. So let's go look again at let's look at our hedges, right? See how our hedge looks, make sure I've got everything in there. ES symbols, and I took out hide simulations. I taking those things out. I took those things out. So I've got everything else. Yeah, so let's see how we're looking. You know, weekends are the time, y'all, anything can happen. So now we're up 65,000. If we crash 20%, we go up volatility up to 61 to 76. So I could be up anywhere between 43,600. So that's pretty good, right? We've got a working order to fill 5 more loans at $1.50. Those are at 210 now. What did we sell that for? Let's go back to trade. Let's change this to ES. Hey, how did I do that? Let's see where we've got a buy order. We'll go 77 days. Right, so here's our position, and we sold that for 365. So let's go to our handy dandy calculator. 365. I have built y'all an amazing calculator that tells you everything. So if we sold them for 365 and we're harvesting them for 20, if I buy my loans back for $1.55, I'm going to have a $109 profit pretty much regardless of what happens on that trade. Now, what you could do is go to data, and you can go to a what if analysis. We'll do goal seat. So set sale F2, no, we want to set sale K2 to a value of 0. In other words, what could we buy these back for to create a break even? So we're not looking for this as an income trade, but simply to get another hedge on by changing sale F2. Everybody see that? Y'all can do this on your Excel. Set this to a value of 0 by changing sale F2. And that will tell us what we can sell this for and still have this trade break even, so that it's not, you know, it's like buying your homeowner's insurance for 0. So let's see what that number is. $1.99, right? Makes that break even 0. So if I was concerned, Matt, that we're about to get the crash, then what I would do is I would say, you know what? You know, we need to maybe not wait until $1.50. Let's try to fill that at $1.99. All right, now here's the cool thing. Let's right click on this and let's analyze this trade. All right, so let's put that trade in there. So now we want to change this to ES because it's just doing that one expiration. So let's change that from that to just ES. Now we're going to go hide positions. And we want to make sure we've got just this one little buy in here. All right, so we'll close that. Okay, and it goes flat. So that tells me that's the only simulation that we have in there. So now I'm going to go show all. So now instead of being up 60 something thousand, 20% down, we're up 121,000. Yeah. So, yeah, you got to make a decision now. Okay, what if I buy it now for 210 or whatever it's at? Well, you're spending just a few more bucks, but look at the protection you get on the downside. I mean, it doubled, right? Wasn't we 60 something thousand without it? What's this? So we're 120 with the 5s filled. But if we don't fill the 5, we're only up 66,000. Isn't that amazing? So this is how you got to start making decisions. So now you and I are not robots going in here and robotically doing this, but we're using tea leaves, we're using skew, we're using the big green monster to decide what should we do. So, you got a 3-day weekend, you go, man, it just cost me a few extra bucks. So if this trade here goes in at $1.50, how much does that cost me to buy those 5? It's going to cost me $384. Okay. $384 to buy them at $1.50. Now, what if I say, screw that, we're going to do it right now. We're going to do it for, let's see, the 210. Okay, so cancel replace and hit this to where it goes, say you could do it for 215. How much would that cost us? That's going to cost us 546. All right, so we'll make that negative. So we'll go plus 546. So for an additional $162, I can buy an additional amount of $60,000 of insurance for $162. Now, that's pretty sweet, right? You go, God, I'll do that any day. Well, especially if you think that, the correction might happen. But like I say, it's pretty much business as usual, but it's getting closer to a point that I would say, it may be a good business decision for me to pay $162 extra dollars to buy insurance that will give me another $60,000 of insurance. So if we get the big correction on Tuesday, Bobby's a genius for paying $162. If we don't, I wasn't a genius. So what am I going to do? I'm not going to do it. Just not going to do it. Because I'm confident enough that our tea leaves are saying it's, business as usual. It may be getting closer to the drop that may be coming, but I just got to go on what's in front of me. The skew's almost normal, and the tea leaves here, everything's fine. So I'm even going to make it worse. I'm going to go out and I'm going to sell my daily trade. Is it crazy? Maybe. We'll see. This is how you got to make these decisions. So what do? You go to the 10% probability bid of the money. You sell another one. Here we go. We fill these blanks in. Let's do this 19.25. 19.25. Go, baby. Should be and we'll fill. So then we'll put him in the right place. Go over here. We will put him into short puts. Where are they at? Micro short puts. All right. So the next step, this is just our working order. That's all this is, right? Our working order. 210. We got it set for $1.50, $1.55. All right. So how's everything working today? So VIX head should be down a bit. It's up a bit. That's okay. We'll take it. We're down 231 on the whole trade. We got a 111 trade that is up 97.50. Beautiful. We've got a SPY calendar. Wow, it's up $21 today. Very interesting. Then we've got broken wing butterfly on the put side. That is up $87, and that one expires in 5 days. I think I'm gonna leave it on. I'm not sure why I would take it off. It looks like business as usual. The 111 is up $78. We're cool there. SPY calendar 2 up a bit, down $20 on the whole trade. There's another broken wing butterfly. Don't those things do great? Stacy, you mind me telling what you said yesterday? She's like, stop me if you don't want me to. But Stacy was like, dude, I was doing these.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay. She's like, I was doing these in January, just doing them like everything. Then I stopped. Stacy, me too. How dumb was I? And if it hadn't been for Ken, showing me how to show my profit and loss year to date on the Stacy Works platform, I wouldn't have known how to do that. Now, if you've got allergies real bad, this is one you need. This is called cetirizine. Now, I think it's the prescription of Zyrtec, but if you'll take this and you'll take 2 puffs of Flonase in your nose every day, your allergies won't bother. All right. So the broken wing butterflies, y'all, is the best trade on the table, in my opinion. Look, I mean, all these things, just put them on, high probability trade. You make money if the market goes up. You make more money if the market goes down a little, and you make big money if it goes down to where your short puts are. Y'all, look at our strangle. How did Daddy do it? Up $3.75 on the micro strangle out about 90 days or so. Space trip trade, it's up only $12. Y'all, you can't take this. These things go up and down. It's a slow trade. That's why I quit doing them and started doing the 111 instead. All right, these are just our leftover loans. No need to look at them. They're going to show losses that do not take into account the credits that we got on the short. So really no need to look at that. Isn't that weird that one space trip's down and then look at this one? This one's up 175. Incredible. Micro short puts are down a bit today. Let's see if anything's over 50%. What was that? I feel like I'm in a Star Trek movie or something. All right, how's AIM doing today? AIM, baby, up to $129. And why shouldn't it? While we're looking at AIM, let's see if it tells us to do anything. All right, little AIM thing here. Let's see which one is this. This one. So we'll go over to our thing over here. And again, I built a rebalancing calculator too, right? So we've got 78% of our money in stocks and ETFs. And if I think, then most of these are positively correlated to the S&P 500. So if the tea leaves start saying that we're going to drop, then what am I going to do? I'm going to change this. I'm going to go more toward cash. So we may go 50% in stocks. And then it tells you how many shares you need to sell to accomplish that. Isn't that cool? So right now we're at 78%. And so it's got a couple things we could do, but I'm not going to follow that unless I make a substantial change to our allocation. So we'll go over here. We'll go to the AIM dashboard. Do I have any triggers for the day? No. And we're up $3,628 since July the 19th. I like it a lot. All right, so nothing to do here. Business as usual. Doing what it's supposed to do. Let's just close our AIM positions. SPY calendar is up a little bit today. After harvest loans, don't need to look at. Here's a 111 trade up $90. Beautiful. That one's at $90. So, here's another thing you could do. We put this on for a $10 credit. So you could actually close this, take your $180 profit, and virtually have on a free put debit spread on the bullish. See how beautiful that is? You could take it off today. You could take risk off the table. Got 14 days left in this trade. You take risk off the table. Tom King does this in SPY, and he does it because if it goes down below his 39.30 strike or 393 strike, I guess, in SPY, he's happy because he's buying SPY at a discount. The dude is trying to build a kingdom. His kingdom is, hey, who owns the most SPY at the end of the day wins. Because over a long period of time, SPY is going to go up. I prefer to put this trade on in the micros because it didn't take as much buying power. But look at there, I've already made $180 on that. I could take it. Broken wing butterfly, up. They're all up. A regular butterfly. Oh man, we're down $9. That's okay. We took a little lottery shot. 111 up $135. You kidding me? How much is that short put up? Up $90. I could close it today. $270. Take my money. Basically have on a free 3 contract put debit spread that would be bearish if I thought the market was going to drop. So there's all kind of ways you can take care of risk, right? Some risk we assume, some risk we assign, some risk we alleviate. And what's my fourth one? I'm teaching my class on insurance. Can't remember my fourth one. We assume, we avoid. How do you avoid risk? You don't sell your micro today. Maybe you don't sell your rig trade today. Right? But otherwise, it's business as usual. Black Swan hedge up $107. Beautiful. It's after harvest loan. BSH8 up 227. I mean, gosh, the market didn't even fail, y'all. Isn't that cool? Our Black Swan hedges are up. Love it. Great little trades. 111. There's the one I sucked on and never sold the 4010. many days I got left on that? 14. Yeah, that's a loser. My silver leaps, y'all. How did Bobby know? Huh? I went out, I bought me a 742-day option. And then I went in and sold something against it. Look at that. Beautiful. Working out good. How many days I got on there? 21. Some people would say roll it. Not me. Why would I? Broken Wing Butterfly 5 up $95. Beautiful. BS8 shorts are up $195. And here is another way that you can manage risk. You say, well, I know I got to order in to buy 5 on this one. Well, no, yeah, we've got to order in to buy 5. But what if I think the market's going to crash today or Monday? Take the $195 and run. Close the risk. Then what does that do to your analyze tab? It does great stuff, right? So hide simulation. So that's our positions. No, we're going to go to ES. Okay, what's this? So let's say you take off 3 of those and take your money, however much it was, $200 or whatever it is. So you close one of these 3. Let's find one. Yeah, let's pretend it's this one. So now instead of it being 67,000, let's say you close the 3 shorts that you got on at a profit. Now you're up 90,000. Y'all see how pretty that is? All of a sudden you just got another $30,000 from closing those 3 that have already profited. So that's how you manage risk. And you guys need to be risk managers. Broken Wing Butterfly 7, wind it up. It's $87 up. And there's some days we'll open stuff up and they're not up. That one's break even to up a little. 111/5 up $86. Isn't that a great trade? When do you put those on? When the market's down. Any day the market's down, just slap you on one of those. We've got a couple calendars down just a bit. Hood, I'm up 25 today. Why did I do that trade? I need to just close that thing out. I bought the leaps and then I sold call against the leaps that I bought. Down like 430 on that. Down 300 on the trade. So it was a good thing for me to sell the 45-day call or whatever it was. So that's fine. We'll leave it in there. I should never trade individual stocks, but I have a weakness. Sometimes I don't follow the plan. So overall today we're up $178. So we sold our put. So what do we got to do in the other camp? We got to do the same thing. Go in. I got the right password. So put it in there. Come on, baby. Come on, darling. Come on. I heard some scuttlebutt that y'all were talking about whether we need to move the time for our meeting or not. So y'all kind of let me know if you want to keep it at 12 every day. It really, the only time I go to 2 is when Beth and I go to lunch on Friday. That's been our lunch day of late. So if y'all want to go to 2 every day or so, I don't mind it. I just thought that a lot of y'all would be able to do it like during lunchtime. Maybe the best time to do it, but I don't care when we do it. That'd let me sleep late. All right, so what are we going to do here? We're going to trade in the macros. Yes. And this is what I call the shooting fish in a bucket trade. Give them the 10% probability of being in the money. And in here, let's see where all of our trades are. So let's put one out here. Get us about 19 and a quarter. So one there. Ta-da! Bingo. Beautiful. So we got our trade on. That's it. Now, the other thing we could do, and we've been doing every day, is putting us on our little broken wing butterfly trade. We'll do that too. So I'll build it out here. So I got one here, here. I got all these expressions. Now, y'all, Stacy, did you have to leave? Where's Stacy at? She done left. Stacy was talking yesterday and she caught this. Now, y'all don't share this with everybody. Okay, this is our stuff. It's our family. It's our family heirlooms here. We're teaching y'all how to be portfolio managers and control your own destiny. And if you want to run a hedge fund like I did one day, go for it. We're going to have the big conference in December, January. I can't wait. It's going to be Operation Crimson Orchard, where we invite all the fat cats down to the lake house. And we're going to put on a dog and pony show. We're going to get everybody to pony up and be part of something great. Cannot wait. All right, so we'll call it the Christmas Crimson Conference. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go out, we're going to fill these things up. Now, what Stacy realized, some of you have been trading the zero DTE trades, right? And on Fridays, Wednesdays, and Mondays, you go on and you do a zero DTE trade. Now, don't tell the world this, but that's what we're doing too. It's just that we start them out about 14 days. So see, what was once 14 days when I put on this trade is today a zero DTE trade. There's one difference though. I don't have to sit in front of my monitor all day and watch it like they do. Because they put their trade on the day of. They take enormous risk. Well, we're getting theta decay and theta burn on the butterfly the entire 14 days. And then we're taking this thing to expiration. Now watch this. Have I watched this today? No. Beth and I went to Longhorn. Have I looked at the market today? No. I've been playing on, watching YouTube videos. I've been goofing around. Been playing with the dog. Been trying to pick up my dead chicken feathers outside. I've been posting on Facebook, pissing everybody off. And they're pissing me off because they're talking about my dogs. Of course, my dog, they never said my dog killed anybody. Well, it messed with their trash. Well, boo-hoo. Because I'm going to freaking buy your property, you loser. Sorry. Medicine and keep people dead. So, what was I sold at 14 days is now zero DTE trade. Man, you see how beautiful that is? Do y'all see how beautiful? Oh, look, you don't even see my trade on the board. Look at that, y'all. Oh, now what's this? Let's say that the market crashes right now.
Low battery.
Low battery.
Low
I hate
battery.
that stupid phone.
Low battery.
Low battery. Shut up. I will throw you across the room. Today ain't today. So here's price right here. So I've got on a broken wing butterfly that is now a zero DTE trade that will expire totally out of the money. I don't have to close it. I'm going to leave it here. Now, what if the market does drop? Oh my gosh, if it drops, I hope it drops. I want it to peg to 44.55. Why? Because that's when Sweet Bobby makes lottery money, baby. You see how beautiful that is? Now, don't tell everybody this. So we're putting on this broken wing butterfly trade. That's a zero DTE trade. So some of y'all that love the adrenaline zero DTE trade, I'm telling you how to do it. I'm showing you how to do it, but you're going to start ahead and you're going to build this up. Because guess what? Tuesday, this is going to be a zero DTE trade. Wednesday, this is a zero DTE trade. Friday, this is a zero DTE trade. Monday, that's a zero DTE trade. Same thing. Wednesday, Friday, well, that's a Thursday, so we'll close that one. I don't like AM settlements. 14, that's what, a couple weeks, and that's a zero DTE trade. Do y'all see? So the trade that I'm putting on today is 17 days out. That's a zero DTE trade for 17 days from now. So if you're that adrenaline junkie and you got to have a zero DTE trade, you got one every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and sometimes Thursdays on the AM settlement. We will close that one before because AM settlement scared me. But we're in it. Well, it's probably profitable now. I could close it. So you can manage these trades at 50% if you like to. I like taking them to expiration. I like the zero DTE trade. I'm a zero DTE trade god. And that's what we're doing. But we don't have the stress. I can go pee. I can go take a dump. I can go shoot the neighbor's dog. I can go choke a chicken. I can do whatever I want to without having to sit in front of the stupid screen all day. Y'all see how beautiful that is? Gosh, I hope y'all grasp that. So while everybody else is bragging about their zero DTE, you and I are too. All we got to do is click this and see where we're making our money. Year to date, when we started this account March 26th, where's our money coming from? Well, let's just say it's coming from SPX. $3,468 of profit on SPX. I probably hadn't done one or two Rick trades in here, so I might have made $40 for Rick. The others have been broken wing butterflies. Broken wing butterflies. So you make $34.80. Let's say that's all you do, broken wing butterfly. You make $34.80 on a $35,000 account. And you've made 9.9%. Right? So then you go days between dates. Let's just say that's your only trade. So you started March 26th. And today is 9/2020. Calculate duration. That is 161 days. So 161 days, you made 30. So you made 9.9%. So we got 3480 that you've made, and you've done that in 161 days. Let's see how much you make in a day. Can you go to Applebee's? Can you go to McDonald's? All right, so you made $21 a day doing that. So you can pay for your breakfast at, Hardee's, McDonald's, Carl's Jr.'s, wherever you go. So you make that time 365 days a year. Then you make 7,889.44 on this one trade, divided by what you started with, 35,000, and your annualized rate is 22.54. If you can average 22.54 a year, you're beating the majority of hedge funds. Y'all see that, right? But if that was my only trade, I'd probably be doing 3 contracts a day, because I got all this other garbage going on. I got my AIM going on. I got my micros. I got my gold every now and then. So, we got all this other junk. Now, have we lost a few dollars on stuff? Yep. Cisco, I should have never been in. Walgreens, I should have never been in. Here's one of our ERDI that we used to trade. We lost a little bit in there. We don't trade it anymore. 180 on my ES trades. That's fine. That's my hedge. What else we lost money? XSP, that's okay. Not too bad. And VIX. We expect to lose on our VIX unless we get a crash. But look at this, y'all. We have $10,786 on the year. That ain't bad. That is what, doubling what the S&P 500 has done in the same period of time. I like it. And do we have stress? Do I have to look at this in the morning? No. I look at it one time a day, and then I go and do my other stuff. Then I go argue with my neighbors. All right, so where are we at? So let's do another broken wing butterfly. Let's go to trade. Where we're going. Well, I don't like doubling them up, so let's go right here. Go to 17 days. 17 days, long put butterfly. And then don't forget to pop the back leg. We just broke it. See how that wing is broken? We broke that wing. So we got 5 wide here, 10 wide there. Then what do? This is so simple. We just move the strikes down to where we get about $1 of credit. See, right here is too close to the money. You get $1.60 credit though. But I'm really comfortable getting $1 to 75-cent credit. So I move those strikes down. So there we are. 95 to $1. Try it at $1. All right. See if we can get $100. So we've got a max loss of $400. It's a defined risk trade. It takes $400 of buying power, and of our max profit, if the market goes down to a strike that has a 40% probability of hitting, that being in the money, right? Then we're gonna make $600. I like it. I like it a lot. 60% probability of success, 77% probability, 80% probability you close it as 50% winner. If you want to manage them like that, do that. What am I doing? I just take them to expiration. I just let the odds play out in their favor. I'm gonna lose on some, I'm gonna make gain on some. You gotta be ready to take your 400 longs. Let's send that for $1. See if we get nothing. Jack, sport, crap, dang, nothing. We'll go down to 95 cents. There we go, baby. We in. So what do I do now? I build it over here because it's easier to build. Now I'm gonna go put those same stripes in the other account. Let me move this over to the side. So now let's go over to toss. Trade the SPX, baby, that I will never teach any of my neighbors how to trade. Hey, don't you do something in the stock market? No, I don't. I'm retired. I just sit at home. I would say collecting my chicken eggs, but I can't do that because your damn dog killed my chicken. All right, so we're gonna go 17 days out. And it was the 45.15. Sorry, I'm grumpy Bobby today. This is called Jadenso. This one makes me even more aggressive because this is testosterone that you can now take and pill for. All right, so where are we going? We're going to the 45.15. It shouldn't make stuff get clean, but it does. That's we're going to buy the 45.15. Hold your control key down. We're going to sell the 45.10. And you're going to buy the 4,500. Then you need to make the body too, right? The body's the biggest. So there she is. Dollar credit. We'll try it for $1. Come on, baby. Feel me. See more? Please. Cancel replace. Make that 95 cents where we should get filled. Now, Dwayne, I think Dwayne prefers doing a, there we go. Dwayne prefers doing a credit spread. You know, you can do that too. Similar trade. You could do the, 45.15, 45.10, create you a 10 wide credit spread, has about the same amount of risk. Let's try to build that too. Let me put this in its little group and then we will, I gotta make this smaller. Let's see how I do that. No. Here, Bob, application settings. So we can add a group, look and feel, got to go down to medium. Apply settings. All right. So now we're going to go right click, move to group. I said move to group. I think I meet up with something. All right, here we go. So we're going to call this BWB puts, 14 or so? BWB puts. Oh, we'll call it 15. 15. No, I got a 14. 15. Ta-da! There we go. Now, let's try to build, if you wanted to do a credit spread, let's compare and contrast, shall we? Compare and contrast. I may be a better teacher when I am cranky. I'm not exactly sure. What do y'all think? Y'all like cranky Bobby or normal Bobby? Let's see. That is cool. It is cool, short ball. What kind of book size were you guys running on the broken wing butterfly? What kind of book size? So what you talking about? Book size. I mean, one of my accounts is 51,000. The other one was 35. What is it now? 40, 43 or 42, something like that. 44. What kind of book size? And look, you instead of doing extra contracts, you could widen those things out too, right? So let's bring back over here. So let's look at this trade. Let's kind of analyze it. So how do I analyze it? Let's see, how do I do that? Hold on. Analysis. I got all these on here. Oh, unbelievable. Look at this, y'all. Holy Shimon, huh? Look at that. Let's look at them all together. I like it. Y'all see how beautiful that? What's this? This is the profit zone, baby. If the market stays here or goes here, we are gold. $855 profit in the next 17 days. That's us. That is us. Oh, Bobby, what if the market goes down? Well, what if it goes down to 45.30? At expiration on all these, we still gonna be up 865. Well, hey, Bobby, what if the market really goes down to 45.15? Look at there. At the expiration of all these, we still gonna be up 865. Check it out. What happens if we go to the 45.05? We get $1,865. And our break even is down here, right? Our break even is down to the 44.96. See how powerful that is? So even though it's a bullish trade, yeah, we make money here, but we make money if the market goes down considerably, a good bit, right? And if it hits our little targets in here, well, we've got these little bombs. We've got these little shark tails, shark fins placed all through here. Now, this is what it looks like having several of them together, but it's really, really cool to see, all of those. So what if we said, well, let's just do a credit spread. Let's see what that looks like. So we'll go back to the trade tab, go to the table, and we'll go out 17 days, and let's find us a short put spread, right? Short put ratio spread, short put vertical. Change that to short put vertical. Here we go. All right, so let's say we're going to do 5 wide, and we're going to bring it down before we bring in about $1. Hey, Bob, Tasty Trade says do 1/3 the width of the stripes. I ain't Tasty Trade. Ask Tom Shoshnoff how much money he lost last year. I love Tom. Ask him how much money he lost. He won't tell you, but I know. I saw. That's all I'm gonna say about it. So, not saying that I'm the stuff. I'm just saying. So look at there. Could we make it safer? Maybe look at $1.05 there. Well, look at that. We could move our short strike all the way down there. Huh? Have a $5 spread, still bring in $1. So look how that compares to this. So let's see, how do we analyze this? Analyze on the curve. Hold on, I think I can do this. I think I can tell it to not show me my positions on trade. Show positions. Okay. There we go. Now let's go to the analysis. There we go. Oh my goodness. Crap is that? Right. I think that's got to have our butterflies in there. Default analysis.
Bobby, you're trying to show only that one credit spread position.
Yeah, how do I do that, Rod? What do I do?
Hit that arrow where it says when you hit the analyze and that screen comes off to the right.
Right there?
Yeah, just uncheck that top one.
Right here?
And then check the ones with the shield. That's your pending orders.
Oh, how about that? Okay. Yeah. Is that it? Why is that still not moving right to me? I guess it is. They're showing the profit. Why is it not filled in? Hold on a second. There. That's it. That's it. All right. So we can find the break even on this one too, right? So here you make your $100 all the way up here. Then you make your $100 all the way down to the, what's our break even? The $44.99. What was our break even on our other trade? Y'all remember? Can't remember what the break even was. Probably as close to similar break even. Now there's a couple good things about if you like doing the credits, but now here's the cool thing you could do. You could say, hey man, let me mix it up. So on Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, I'm gonna put on a broken wing butterfly. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm gonna put on a put spread. I'm gonna see what you like better. And you do that. And the great thing about this, it does have less commissions, right? Because you in the broken wing butterfly, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 options that you're trading. Here you just got 2. So it does save a little bit on commission. So mix it up. Mix it. I want y'all to learn everything. There is nothing that we can't put on. We can do jade lizards, big lizards with a fat tail. We can do, hog lizards, whatever y'all want to do. And they're all good trades. They're all fine. It's just that, you got to feel what's comfortable. But I like to put, you remember when we very first started, man, I was giving y'all a list of stuff. It was like, what do we do? Y'all remember this stuff? Man, what we do is we sell premium. Y'all remember that? We sell options premium. That's what we do. What's the second thing we do? We make high probability trades. High probability trades. Then what do? Third thing was very important. We manage risk. How do we manage risk? Well, we assume some risk. We avoid some risk. We assign some risk. And we alleviate some risk. How do you avoid risk? There's sometimes we ain't going to put a trade on because we're scared. We're not scared. We're reading tea leaves and we know that we shouldn't. There's times that we'll assign risk. Assign risk means buying insurance. There may be a time that we're buying VIX calls. We assign that over to VIX. We assume risk when we put the trade on. If you are not ready to assume risk, you're not ready to be a trader. Man, I remember I used to put on trades and I just watch it all day going, oh, it's down 70. You can't do that. You got to put on a high probability trade. Manage your risk. What's your risk management trade? Some of you on the micros have a risk management trade of, I'm going to close it if it reaches a 2x loss. I really don't do that. Maybe I should do that more, because I'm basically running not individual trades. I'm managing an entire portfolio. I kind of look at it. Remember, we've always had the discussions of, do we look at the trees or the forest? Well, we look at both. Look at your forest first. See if your forest is healthy, and then manage the individual legs or the individual trees or the individual trades. And then the
I
final.
think Don Kaufman said he let his go like negative 400%.
Yeah, negative 400%. Take a 4x loss on it. Whatever your plan is, stick with your plan. But I'm more fluid in my decisions. I want to be more fluid. So our original plan was to put a micro on every day and close a micro. That worked well. There was a time that the tea leaves told me to take those off. I don't think that worked at the time, but I took them off as a profit, and I've been putting them back on. So you can put one on, take one off, put one on, take one off. Or you can say, I'll wait till any of them get to 50%, and then I'll take them off. Whatever your management style is, pick something and stick with it. Pick something and stick with it. Don't do like I do. So, I sit there and I'll tell y'all, beginning of the year, man, I was trading every kind of stock. Walgreens, are you kidding me? Why would I trade Walgreens? And now I'm in the hood, literally in the hood. DraftKings, that was Matt's fault. Matt pulled me in on that. Right, Matt? I
Do you
love
have your
Matt.
100 shares yet?
No. Beth talks about you all the time. She says, how's Matt doing? I say, he's doing good. She likes you. She always asks how Matt's doing. When I was giving you a pep, I was giving you a pep talk one day, she said, was that Matt? I said, yes, it was. I said, I had to get his attention again. Y'all, we all need. Oh, my pastor did a great little, y'all wouldn't think it the way I'm angry and hating my neighbors today, but he did a great little thing today. If y'all ever, studied the Bible, you got Paul, right? Man, Paul was the killer of Christians everywhere until he was on the road to Damascus and he saw the light. But Paul, right, had an apprentice. Who was his apprentice? Well, little Timothy, right? So you got little Timothy trying to spread the gospel. He's not as, powerful and as aged and as learned as Paul is. But, Paul kind of takes Timothy under his wing. And that's what I want y'all to do. So every one of you, I'm considering you a Paul. You are learning. You are the stuff, baby. You're learning, and you need to invest in the lives of others. And I told you today, I hate people. I don't really hate people, just my neighbors that talk about my dogs after all these other dogs are killing my chickens. My dogs ain't killed nothing. May got in your trash. Well, boo-hoo, cry me a river. Okay. So I got shot collars. I just can't catch Della to put her shot collar on. Once she got the shot collar on, she didn't go nowhere. But now you got to recharge the things, and Della will not come to. I mean, I've tried to wrestle her down. I've fallen on her down. I can't get. She will not let me put that collar on. But every one of you needs somebody that you're taking under your wing to help them trade. So that may even be saying, hey, I'll invite a friend into this room. I think we've got a great room. Y'all are talking, y'all are sharing trades, and I don't care what kind of trades you do. Y'all want to buy options, do it. If I buy options, I'm going to sell something to pay for it. I'm going to reduce my cost basis some way, somehow. But we all need people that we're pouring into. Matt pours into the people on the track team. He works with the kids on the track team. Now, I bet he gets paid an enormous amount of money to do that. No, he doesn't. He has to travel and he has to go to all these meets and overnight and this and that. And he's pouring into people because he's loving the kids. He didn't even have a kid that age group, right? So he's pouring into somebody. So he's got his Timothys. But y'all, we also need to have y'all gonna think this sounds cultish. Please don't think this at all. But I mean, Paul was a follower of Christ, was he not? Better capitalize Jesus. I'm in trouble on that one. So, not only was Paul pouring into Timothy, but Paul, was a disciple of Christ. He was a disciple. He had heard all the stories of Christ. He had a life-changing experience. So he was following the teachings of Jesus. Now, what does that mean? Does that mean I want y'all to all follow Jesus? Well, it'd be a good thing, but you ain't got to. I don't, turn this into a religious thing. But I love to do. So here's what I'm saying is that we all need somebody who is our mentor, right? So let's cross Jesus out. I'll probably offend some of y'all. Y'all be like, oh my gosh, can't believe we threw Jesus in, especially after he'd been dogging his neighbor. Because what does Jesus say about your neighbor? Love your neighbor as yourself. I know. See, I get convicted. I know. I need to go cook them a cake, bring them dessert. I got to do something. But we all need a mentor. So that's kind of why I opened this room. You know, I thought it was kind of neat. We started off, we were charging $50 a month for everybody. Everybody paid it gladly, you know. And then I was like, you know what? Why am I charging you? I felt guilty charging y'all. I really did. And I said, I don't want to charge them. I just want to help them. And then when you start helping people, you come into the room, people got in the room, they go, well, there's got to be some, you know, there's got to be some underlying motive. Now, this dude is, you know, he's psychopath. We know that. He takes all his medications. He hates his neighbors. He's got goats and chickens, and he's retired at 50. So he's probably nuts. No, I do want to pour into y'all. I do want to pour into others. Now, does that mean that I don't have my mentors? Oh, yes, I've got my mentors. Oh, I have people who pour into me. I've got people that help me, and you need that as well. So if it's from me or Matt, if you're getting it from Ken, or some of y'all are getting it from Rick in the room, some of the more experienced traders in the room, then get that. But you don't have to have just one. Find you some mentors that will pour into you. So Matt right now is in the Theo trade room. He's trying it out for 30 days. I got nothing but positive things to say about Don Kaufman in his room. And I hate I even made a disparaging remark against Sosnoff. Sosnoff he changed the world for me. I owe that dude big time. I write him considerably. And, you know, I'm like, dude, man. And hopefully we'll get him to speak to our group, or someone from Tasty's to speak to our group one day. It's going to be cool, right? We'll do an evening session. Remember when we had night school for several weeks there in a row? So we'll have night school. We'll have maybe Tom Sosnoff come in. And don't ever say that, hey, Bobby Dog, Tom Sosnoff. Or maybe we'll have Don Kaufman come in. Or maybe we'll have the richest man that I know who has an 8th grade education come in. He doesn't know a stock from a bond. You know what he did? He had to feed his family. His mama didn't have no money, and his daddy died, left something when he was young. So he had to quit school in the 8th grade. And what he did is he borrowed somebody's tractor and started doing dozer work. And dude kept doing that. Next thing you know, he bought some more tractors. Next thing you know, he was hiring people. Next thing you know, he was hiring architects. Next thing you know, he was building major commercial buildings throughout the United States. And several years ago, with an 8th grade education, sold his business for over $23 million. Dude's killing it today. You could take away every penny that the man had, every penny he's got, and guess what? He'd get it all back. He'd get it all back. You know what he'd do? You take every penny, he'd borrow a tractor. Then he'd do a few jobs, then he'd hire somebody, then he'd buy another tractor, and he knows how to make a business work. I've been in every business I could possibly be in. Y'all remember I tried to sell goats to the Cubans. One problem, you can't, there's a Cuban embargo. You cannot ship goats to Cuba. Didn't know that. So all I knew is the Cuban people, man, they love their goat meat. So I lost all that money. And then when everything was going digital with real estate, I was the fool that bought a real estate magazine publishing company. Hell, I drove that in the ground. So I don't have, you know, business experience with a lot of things. Now, one business I was very successful in was real estate. Man, I'm a real estate broker, started my own brokerage. Man, we were flipping houses, going to foreclosure sales. I bought a house one time when I scratched my nose. He said, sold. And I thought, man, some fool got tricked on that one. And the next thing you know, he's coming to me, get me signed the paperwork. I said, I didn't bid on the house. He said, oh, yes, you did. I ended up buying it, made about $30,000 on it. So, you know, you can do anything. You got to choose what your business is. What is your business? So I love real estate. It was the only profitable thing that I enjoyed. What I didn't like is working with tenants. Now I had it set up where they didn't know that I owned the property. My business partner, I blame him for everything. Can we have a dog in the house, Mr. Gaines? I said, you know what? I love them damn dogs. I do. I'd like you to have 20 of them. I said, but my partner, Dan, he hates them. I said, if you get a dog in his house, he finds out. I said, he'll kick you out or he'll shoot your dog. So I blamed everything on Dan, my business partner. We made a lot of money in real estate. But then one day I was putting on my Roku channel. We got a brand new TV. Y'all remember my kids have destroyed several of my 50, 60-inch TVs. They throw rocks on one, busted it, and they throw a baseball on another. I mean, they just constantly, fortunately, it's been about 3 years since they busted one. But I was replacing TVs all the time. My kids are destructive. They are unruly. Sometimes I want to run away. Sometimes I want to lock myself in a closet and squall and cry. But you got to find you a business. You got to find something that you can do, something that you are wanting to be a part of. And this is the best business, y'all. Oh, if you can grasp this and you can catch this and you can sell options and you do it where it's high probability trades and you can manage your risk and come up with black swan hedges and VIX call hedges and do all that. And then all you got to do is get in here and rinse and repeat, y'all. And that's what you do. And you can make a lot of money. And you don't have to have an office. You don't have to have a secretary. You don't have to have staff. You don't have to have inventory. We have inventory. That's our options, right? But you don't have to have a physical inventory. You don't have to have a warehouse. You don't have to have liability insurance. You ain't got to have all that garbage. All you need is an internet connection and a cell phone. I made more money on a cell phone than I've ever made on a laptop or a desktop. That's where I do my best trading. Oh man, what is it like to be sitting on the beach with your cell phone trading while you just looking at you little kids build sandcastles? Man, ain't nothing like it. Now the problem is, a lot of you gonna give up before you get there. That's the problem. A lot of you gonna quit. A lot of you gonna go, you know, y'all seen me. There's been days I'm down $2,000 or $3,000 in a day. I don't sweat it. I do not sweat it. Now, if you ain't got the $2,000 or $3,000, you're gonna sweat it. But I'm telling you, what are you doing right now? Every one of you right now ought to be doing a couple of things. Let me give this to you. You ought to give away 10% of all the money you make. You ought to give away 10%. That could be to your church, in your tithe. That can be you just helping in different charities. What if you ain't got money to give, you ought to be giving them your time. You should be giving them your time. What am I doing right now? Y'all ain't paying me a dime for this. I give them my time. And how many days have I missed? 1, 2 in 8, 9 months? I miss 1, 2. I come in here every day. I don't care if I got to go to lunch or we come in an hour and a half late. I am going on the line with y'all and helping y'all. I hope helping. I hope you get something out of it. Y'all show up every day. That's good. Now, there's been some that show up and then they quit. And they're not going to quit. And then eventually, you know, they're going to get out of the Discord because they're tired of getting those little notifications of me saying, hey, I'll sign on in 30 minutes. And they're tired of it. And they're like, I don't want to hear it. And, you know, it may not be the stage of life where they need to be. But you ought to give away 10% of your time, your talents, and your money at something. Right? Do that. Second thing that you do is this. Y'all like this? Y'all save 10% of everything you make. Save it for the rainy day. Third thing y'all do is y'all invest 10%. Is this what we're doing? Yeah. Invest 10% of what you got. Fourth thing you do is live on 70. That's the fun stuff. So you want a fulfilled life? Give away some. Save some. Invest some. And live on the other 70%. Have yourself a ball. Problem is that we live lives where we got to impress people. So, you know, I am retired. I get to go to my kids' softball games and cheerleader practice and football practice. You know how important that is? Now, I don't have an island out in the Caribbean yet, right? I don't own all this property around here yet. Me and Matt's gonna work on getting it where I can get my neighbors kicked off. But maybe one day. Well below your means. I don't sit over here and show y'all pictures of Maseratis and Ferraris and all that garbage. I drive a 2011 Nissan Rogue that was given to me by my mama, and I'm proud of it. I help mama every 4 or 5 years. She wants a brand new car. She don't know anything about doing it. And buddy, I am the master negotiator. You need a new car, you call me. I'll get you a deal. I beat them people up in negotiation. I love it. And mama gets a great deal on her car. She's so happy and she hands me the keys to her old one. She's done that several times. I love it. I drive that car. 2000. It sounds like an outboard motor right now because I get the air conditioner fixed. It's great. What do we do for the family? Man, we got a 2015 Ford Transit 15-passenger van that only has 12 seats in it. But I could fit 2 recliners in the back. So when we go on vacation, we go to the beach. Dude, we got plenty of space. I can load up my mama. I can load up Ain't That Old and Uncle Calvin. and all my 5 kids, and we can go anywhere on the planet we want to go. So there's freedom in it. You live a life where you give a little, save a little, invest a little, and then you live beneath your means. You'll do really, really well. You'll be happy too, because you're helping people, you're saving, investing, and you're living a little bit below your means. I wore this same shirt yesterday. I wore this same pair of shirts. I think I wore it the day before. You know, it's so funny. A friend of mine, he's all about the clothes and stuff and the collars. And it's got to be just this way and it's got to be pressed. I don't give a crap. I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I really don't care. And now that's what the freedom is. When you can do what you want to do and you make your life what you want to make. I don't answer to no boss. Well, I guess I do to University of Alabama. But if they fire me from University of Alabama, I don't care. I don't necessarily need that. I love that because I get to pour away and give away based on what they pay me. I am give away part of my time to pour into these students to show them that capitalism is good. Capitalism has helped more people on the planet than socialism ever will. And if they want to be certified financial planners one day, they, by God, better get on the capitalism bandwagon because you as a financial planner are not going to be working much or making much money under a socialist society where we all need to be free. Look at the University of Alabama. Look at the University of freaking Alabama. You know, people bitch and moan all around the country that Alabama's ruining college football. Well, guess what? Not for the Alabama fan. What if they come up with a rule in the NCAA? All you colleges, including Vanderbilt, y'all gonna have to pay you're gonna have to pay the coaches the same. We want everybody to be the same. No. You do something to improve your football team. You try to bring them up to our standards. Now, Clemson's done a pretty good job of that, right? They can beat us every now and then. You got to do like Clemson. You got to be like
they had to come to Alabama to get their coach.
They had to come by and get one of the worst wide receivers we've ever had play for us, and that's Dabo Swinney.
He was a walk-on.
Yeah, he's a walk-on. Dude's a great coach. Hey, Nick's 69. Guess what's going to happen when Nick retires? I got a feeling Dabo's going to come, and he's not going to have the success probably that he's had. But, you know, instead of trying to tear Alabama down, how about you build your program up? It's possible. Florida State was nothing until Bobby Bowden came back. Don't tell me you can't build your program up. You get good people, you pay them right, and they'll do the dang job. So the United States, y'all, is Alabama, whether you know it or not. And now all these people bitch and moan about how bad we are. Y'all, we are the country that outlawed and got rid of slavery. We got rid of slavery. Hey, you worried about being a black male, not being treated right in your job or in your profession? Get off the damn highway, blocking traffic, and get behind a computer screen and start trading. This market don't care what your color skin is. This market don't care how smart you are. They don't care if you got an 8th grade education or a PhD. It does not care. This market doesn't care if you are asexual, homosexual, binary, virtual sexual, whatever you are. They don't care if you Muslim, Catholic, Hindu, Buddhist, Islamic. It does not care. It's just you got to have the wherewithal to push the dang button and to take the risk. You got to take risks. And unfortunately, we live in a society where we dumbing this crap down. I didn't wear a bicycle helmet. Now maybe I should have. Maybe that's where some of the damage came from. Y'all know I'm on every medication on the man. I have psychopathic tendencies of sorts. Post-traumatic stress disorder, ADD, ADHD. I got all that. Depression. I got it all. But some way I've overcome all that. Managed to retire at 50. Managed to do what I want to do on a daily basis. Managed to go out with my wife. Managed to go to my kids' ball practice. Managed to do whatever the crap I want to do. If I want to go on vacation, I go on vacation. Got a great life. Other than my neighbor's dog stealing my chicken. So you want to equal the playing field? You think you're getting discriminated where you're getting discriminated at? Get behind a monitor. They don't know who you are. Nobody knows who you are. They don't know who I am. We come in here every day and we take some money away from somebody. And I hate it for them, But we are going to do high probability trades. We're going to sell premium. We're going to manage our risk. We're going to rinse and repeat. And that is what you do. Y'all know my family. We're a rainbow family. And that's why I talk about race a lot, because I do see the discrimination. I see it. Trust me, I see it. Hey, there's fat people discrimination. I mean, you think it's easy for a fat person to get a job? We sweat on the way to the interview. I had to, bring all kinds. When I got my job in Atlanta, man, I remember I had like 5 or 6 handkerchiefs in my pocket. I was sweating like crazy. I had a suit and tie on. And I was like, I had to go to the bathroom before I went up just to wash my face off. I was so hot. And people take into consideration. They said that you're overweight and they go, you're fat. Hey, I may be fat, but I'm over 100 pounds less than what I was. I'm about 150 pounds less than what I was. I'm getting smaller every day. Quit bitching and moaning, quit being a victim and be the victor. It's what we do. Don't let other people tell us what to do. So my son is African American, and he is 6 years old. He's about to be 7 in 8 days on September 11th. He came to me yesterday and he said, "Daddy, I wish my skin was your color." I said, "No, you don't, son." I said, "You got the prettiest skin." I said, "What's wrong with you?" He said, "Well, some girl at school said that I ought to be going to another school like they did in the old days, and that I don't need to go to school with the white people." And then she started telling me that I don't need that those little girls that are my sisters are not my sisters because they're white and I'm black. You think I won't show up at that school and give an impromptu lesson to that entire freaking place? You dang right I will. You let me find that little girl and her family. You think I'll do some educating for them? Tell my little boy he's inferior? And he ought to be going to another school? Oh, hell no, you ain't gonna tell him that. I ain't putting up with it. So if you're African American, trust me, I'm with you. I'll live it. I live around discrimination. I looked around yesterday. I said, "There's too many damn white people around." I was joking. But why do we have to see color? Why do we have to see this, nationality, background, all this garbage that doesn't care? So you are discriminated against in your job, then get out of it. How do you get out of it? You come here and you show up every day when you feel like it, when you don't feel like it, and you be a part of this. We got over 100 people that join, and I bet we got 7 that come to free education. Well, hell, I guess if it's free, it must not be worth anything. What a horrible, pathetic thought. Just because it's free. Because you doubt that anybody will give you something for free. All right? There's no free lunch. So some of y'all are just sitting waiting for Bobby to say, "Okay, this is going to be $1,000 a month." And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. This is my ministry. This is my ability to have my Timothy as Paul had. Because I want to help y'all. I want you to be successful. Because guess what? If you're successful, that doesn't mean that I'm going to be less successful. I'm going to learn from y'all. I mean, one of the greatest people that we've had in here who would have never came in if I still charged $50 a month, and that's Jason. Man, Jason's got our thing working, our little, what is it? Screwdriver working. Man, he got all these algorithms and automated stuff. And I got more work to do with him on stuff to get things just right. But we got a great little thing here. You just got to take advantage of it and not just poo-poo it because, well, we get on here for free. Right? Tasty Trade is free. Did y'all know when Tasty Trade started that they were charging for memberships? I was there. I forget what it was. It might have been like $25 or $50 a month, $100 a month. I forget, whatever. That was their business model. And then they quickly determined, we're not going to change the world with this business model. So then they went to free. Then Sosnoff did the most beautiful thing, is he came up with an ancillary business, which was Tasty Works. Right? So he comes up with Tasty Works. Now, every time we make a trade, he gets $1. How beautiful is that? And you know what? We love paying him the $1. I owe the man. I owe the man. I should never say anything disparagingly against Tom Sosnoff. Man, he's the wizard. He's the goat. He's the dude. Dude can run a business. Okay, go get the kids. I'll be back. I'm just talking, Beth. I'm just having a time. It's the medication, Jonah. So if y'all got to check out, just check out. I'll just keep on. because I'm in a talking mood. So get your mentor, get your person that's going to pour into you, get your person that you can come to, that you can ask for help and problems. And then get you a contemporary. I didn't write this down. So Paul also had contemporaries. And Paul had his Barnabas. Y'all remember Barnabas? He went on a lot of missions with Paul, right? So you got to have your buds too. So, for example, I think Matt and Smitty might be buds now, right? Find you somebody in this room that you can kind of talk to as a peer that maybe is not, you know, you talk to Ken, and Ken, man, dude, you know, he's smart. He's got some wisdom up there. He knows things that we don't know. So get him as a mentor. And then find someone that's about like what you are as a trader, and get you a bud, get you a contemporary, get you a peer. Everybody needs a Barnabas. Paul had a Barnabas. And then you find somebody new in the room who says, hey man, I'm new. I never sold an option. And then you take them on and help. Because honest to God, I can't help everybody. I try to. We do one-on-ones anytime y'all want it, as much as I can help it out. But y'all help people. Y'all learn it. Matt knows as much as I do. Matt, you know as much as I do. Matt's been here since the beginning. He knows this. We come in here, we do the same crap every dang day. Now, a lot of times I think, oh man, they're probably bored with that because we do the same thing every day. But the same thing every day works, right? I mean, you're going to your work every day. I don't know where it's at, flipping burgers, you know, working in a factory, restaurant, your chef, whatever you're doing. You do the same thing over and over. So come in here and do the same thing over and over. You have got to take risks. And we have pansied it down by making you wear, and we make our kids wear helmets on bicycles. When your kids went to kindergarten, their teacher, or maybe even your teachers growing up, told you to color within the lines. Now, I have politely told my children's teachers that we don't color in between the lines. We color wherever the hell we want to. So is that cocky? Maybe. But I tell my kids it is fine to go outside the line. And they are the most artistic things. JoJo made this. Look at this. I don't know what that is. What, Joe?
Did Mom say this?
Yeah. Mom saw it. Look at that. He didn't color in between the lines. He used his own little creativity to make that. And I'm proud of you, Joe.
Sailor Reese wanted to cut it out, but it didn't work good, so I cut it out that way.
See that? Sailor Reese didn't know how to cut it out, but JoJo cut it out. That's right. You tell him, JoJo. So that's my kid. And if he wants to go outside the lines, he's going to go outside the line. So now we're raising a generation that doesn't want to take the risk. And what do they want? They want to live in a country that is just filled with a bunch of commies and a bunch of socialists. Unbelievable. You know, what did Jesus say? Here's the thing, y'all. You and I could publish what we do in the Wall Street Journal. And ain't nobody going to do what we're doing. Nobody. Nobody's going to do it. You can give away the secrets to the kingdom. They ain't going to do it. They're lazy. They want somebody to do it for them. They're looking for somebody to send them a signal, send them an alert service. They don't want to work to find out, to dig every day like we do, to try to learn. I don't know it all, but I'm telling you what, every day I try to learn something new. Are you reading? Are you studying? I watch Tasty Trade market measures every day. I've got stuff that I do to make sure I'm staying on the cutting edge of the trades that we put on. No, I don't want it, baby. I can't eat cheese by itself. Just stop there together. So they want to live in a world where we're all equal. Well, that doesn't work. You cannot lift everyone out of poverty. God knows I wish we could. Jesus said the poor will always be among you. We always gonna have poor people. It don't matter if you got communism, socialism, or what. Who gets fat under socialism and communism? The government officials. They're the fat kids. And now the government can't even handle getting out of Afghanistan. So let's handle our medical care. Let's hand over. You think the VA hospital is more, you think the VA hospital is more efficient and more effective than your hospital in wherever you live in the United States? Oh, heck to the no. You know that. I mean, one of the most horribly run organizations is the VA. And that's run by the government, y'all. And now we want to say, well, hey, let's make the government in charge of everybody. So now we started getting all these little steamy money. Everybody gets this steamy money. And that's why the market's going up. People's putting in, whatever. Do you know why the government gives people steamy money and gives welfare and all this garbage that they give? To keep the people from revolting. You don't want the lower educated, lower income people of this country to revolt and to overthrow the government. So you have to throw them a little bone every now and then to keep them from, so that's why you got the Medicaid and all that kind of stuff. So we can keep the man down. We don't want him to pull himself up by the bootstraps. So we're going to give him just enough to keep him down. We're going to give him just enough to keep him impoverished. And because we give him a little bit of steamy along the way, or some food stamps, or some whatever, then we can keep him from revolting. And if we keep him just happy enough, he'll watch just enough Monday night football, college football, that he won't be worried about overthrowing the government. That's why they give the crap away. And if we give him enough, he won't even worry about improving his life, as long as his basic needs are met. So we go beyond the basic needs. We go beyond that. We create our own businesses. You and I are creators. We have created a business. You may not be successful at it yet, but you're trying. And I really appreciate that. And a lot of you are trying with real money. You can try with paper money if you like to. Judge, I'll turn that down a little bit, baby. It's a little too loud. So Rod says, love it, Bobby. Thanks so much. I definitely appreciate what you're doing. Jose says, agree 100%. Yeah, I got on a little soapbox today. Y'all know I was off my meds, so that happens sometimes. So y'all hang in there. Don't give up. Do not give up. Because that's what everybody wants you to do, give up. They want to keep you controlled. They want to keep you going into that cubicle every day so you can work your 9 to 5 and you go home and you won't revolt against the government. So if we can do that, then you're fine. So you got to make a decision. Are you going to take the risk necessary to do what you are going to do to make you and your family more prosperous? Judge, I'll turn it down, baby. It's too loud. Are you going to do it? Most of you are going to give up. Most of you are going to stop. Most of you are going to get frustrated. Most of you, if you've been like me and lost $24,000 in a single day, would have quit. Most of you, if you have blown up multiple accounts, would quit and say, there's got to be a better way. I'm going to start buying lottery tickets at the 7-Eleven. So what are you going to do? Because it is true that money cannot buy happiness, but the lack of it will sure make you miserable. And after all, what we're about is freedom. So if you want to do the 0 DTE trade and sit there and not go to the bathroom and get a catheter installed into your whatever, do it. Get your catheter in there. Study, watch that thing all day. If you want to do it a little bit easier, man, and I think we've got it made. We're doing a 0 DTE trade, and y'all don't even know it. Isn't that cool? Stacy finally realized it. She said, hey, Bobby, this is a 0 DTE trade, isn't it? We go, yeah. We just start putting them out about 14, 15 days out in the future. Let a little bit of that theta decay. We sell premium, high probability trades, and then we manage our risk. You want to close it at 100% loss? That's fine. I'm letting all mine go to expiration most of the time. I think the BWB idea as a 0 DTE for the risk rewards being similar. It is exactly similar, isn't it? There's one difference. We're getting more of a credit. Judge, turn that down a little bit, baby. It's driving Daddy nuts. I mean, these people are selling, way out of the money options for what? A quarter, 30 cents, 35, 40 cents. We're collecting $1. We're collecting $1. Isn't that sweet? We're going out 10, 14 days, putting these on every day, just letting the odds play on. Just keep putting them on. And then we've even got tea leaves that tell us, hey, pull back just a little bit. Pull back, Bob. Looks like we may get a fall. We're drawing great monsters. You've got everything you need right now to create your business. You need to write it down. What's your plan? You've got my 70-something page document with all the trades that I know and all the stuff that I've written down. I've copied from other people and all kinds of stuff, but that's my plan. Now I've got shorter plans that tell me what to do. I've got a plan that says sell premium, high probability, manage risk, rinse and repeat. That's your business model. Sell that premium, baby. Now, there's going to be occasions when we have to buy something, but what do? You sell something to pay for it. Oh, it's beautiful. Where else can you do this? Where else can we do what we're doing? Nowhere. And again, it doesn't care if you're fat, skinny, black, white, red, yellow. I don't care. I love it. There's no way you're going to be discriminated against in this market other than you don't know what you're doing, and the market's going to take your money and spit you out. Exactly what it's going to do. Can't believe all y'all stayed in here for this. But this has been good. All right, so go love your country. Love that you are here and have an ability to do this. Quit you bitching and complaining and get off your duff and do it. Do this. Do this. This is what will allow you to retire early, spend time with your family, go to the beach, trade on your phone. This is it. In a nutshell. It's what allows me to do it. You think I can retire just on a public servant salary? I gotta have a little moolah coming in. And you can too. All right, y'all. Good session today. I will see y'all Monday.